Hey y'all, and welcome to a bonus episode of Mystery, Murder, and Magic. I'm your host, Andrea Lee. So, most of the time, when we talk about murderers, we talk about how they show no remorse. Well, today we're talking about a Florida man who is the opposite. It just took him a little while to show it. And we're also going to be talking about a couple of missing persons cases. So, let's get started.
Serious problem mystery, murder, and magic. Heroes, Andrea, and Alex.
Alright, so on December the 11th of 2011, had to turn that down. Nicole Rose Scott's body was found by a man in a wooded area off of University Parkway in Manatee County, Florida. The man called 911, and when authorities arrived, they found Nicole partially clothed and she had a visible injury on her face. And it's believed that she was likely strangled at another location and then dumped there. Nicole was only 29 years old. Well, deputies followed up on numerous leads, but they just kept hitting these dead ends. And they even had a person of interest, but they didn't have enough evidence, so they couldn't charge him with murder. And like so many other cases, that case went cold. But all of that changed on September the 29th, almost 10 years after the crime. On Wednesday of this week, Benjamin Moulton walked into the Manatee County Sheriff's Office Operations Center and confessed to deputies that he had been responsible for the murder of Nicole. And remember that I mentioned that in the early part of the investigation there was a person of interest. Well, it was Moulton. So why would someone confess to a murder that they've gotten away with for 10 years? Well, Moulton said that he found Jehovah and he just couldn't live with the guilt anymore. Moulton, who is now 43 years old, told deputies that he killed her in a fit of rage, and he even provided details about the murder that hadn't been released to the public. He's been charged with first-degree murder. Now, it just happened, so that's all the details I have, but as soon as I get more details, like any kind of updates or anything, of course I'll update with that information. Now we're going to be switching gears because I want to talk to you guys about several missing persons cases. Now, if anything good could come out of Gabby Petito's case, it did, and that's that it brought many other missing persons cases to light. On September the 18th, 19-year-old Maya Marcano disappeared from the Arden Villas apartment complex in Orlando, Florida. Her family has said that they believe she was kidnapped from the apartment complex. Just before she disappeared, Armando Manuel Caballero, a maintenance employee at that apartment complex, had used his key to access Maya's apartment, and in the past he had expressed a romantic interest in her, but she had turned him down. On this past Monday, Caballero was found deceased in his apartment from an apparent suicide. Caballero had been named the prime suspect in Maya's disappearance. Maya is described as a 19-year-old female weighing 130 pounds, and she's 5 feet tall. She has brown hair and green eyes. If you see her or know anything about her disappearance, please call 407-836 and the word HELP, H-E-L-P. Now, here in South Carolina, Jordan Cheyenne Nebling, gosh, I am so sorry, has been missing since October the 10th of last year. Jordan is known to frequent the Travelers Rest and Marietta areas of Greenville County. Now, I'm working to get more information about this case, and when I do, I'll pass it along to y'all. But what I do know is that Jordan is described as 5'5", weighs between 80 and 100 pounds, has blonde hair, and has a tattoo that says "Live Free" on her forearm. If you know anything about Jordan's location or just anything at all about her case, please contact Greenville County Sheriff's Office at 864-271-5210 or Crime Stoppers at 864-23-CRIME. Now, last week I mentioned Daniel Robinson's missing person case, and he's the geologist originally from here in South Carolina who went missing back in June in Buckeye, Arizona. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any updates on him, but I do know that his father is still working very hard to find him and to get the word out. And I know that he's also organized many searches himself. Hopefully I'll have an update for you on Daniel soon. I just can't imagine all these people that are missing. I just can't imagine what that's like, being the mom of that person or the sister, the aunt. It's just the not knowing. There's so many what ifs and questions and whatnot. It's just, hard to think of something like that happening. Well, that's all I have for today. I'm going to be working on some more missing persons episodes for the near future. Y'all have a happy Friday.